What if rich people are not only giving their kids money, but also teaching them how money actually works? Most people grow up hearing the same advice: study hard, get a good job, save money, and avoid risk. But in wealthy families, the money lessons are often very different. They teach children how to think about money, how to build assets, how to invest, and how to make money work for them instead of only working for money. Welcome to Money Decoded. Today we are decoding what rich people teach their kids about money, and why these lessons can completely change someone's financial future. One of the first lessons is that money is a tool, not just something to spend. Most people are trained to see money only as a way to buy things like clothes, phones, cars, food, and entertainment. But wealthy families teach their children that money can do much more than that. Money can create opportunities, buy assets, save time, and ultimately create freedom. This is why two people earning the same salary can live completely different lives. One uses money to look successful, while the other uses money to build real success. The second lesson is that income is not the same as wealth. A high salary does not automatically make someone rich. Wealth is not measured by how much you earn, but by how much you keep, how much you grow, and how much control you have over your money. One person can earn a lot and still live paycheck to paycheck, while another can earn less but become financially strong through saving, investing, and disciplined decisions. Rich families teach their kids that earning money is only the beginning, not the final goal. The third lesson is ownership. Most people are trained to work for money by trading time for a salary, and there is nothing wrong with having a job. However, wealthy families also teach their children to think like owners. They encourage questions like whether you can own a business, own shares, own property, or own anything that generates income. The difference is simple. When you only work for money, your income stops when you stop working, but when you own assets, your money can continue working even when you are not. The fourth lesson is understanding the difference between assets and liabilities. Many people think expensive things automatically represent success, but rich families teach that appearance is not the same as wealth. A luxury car, expensive clothes, and lifestyle upgrades may look impressive, but they often take money out of your pocket over time. An asset is something that puts money into your pocket or increases in value, while a liability takes money away repeatedly. This single mindset shift changes how people make spending decisions for life. The fifth lesson is delayed gratification. Wealthy families often teach their children that they do not need to buy everything immediately. Waiting is not a limitation, it is a strategy. When you delay gratification, you allow your money to grow and prioritize future freedom over temporary pleasure. This does not mean never enjoying life, but it means building first and enjoying more deeply later from a position of financial strength. The sixth lesson is that debt can either be a trap or a tool depending on how it is used. Many people grow up hearing that all debt is bad, while others use debt without understanding it. Wealthy families teach a more balanced view. Bad debt is used for things that lose value and create financial pressure, while smart debt, when used carefully, can help build assets or increase income. The difference is always knowledge, purpose, and discipline. The seventh lesson is to talk about money openly. In many families, money is treated as a stressful or hidden topic, so children grow up without understanding how it actually works. Wealthy families are more likely to discuss budgeting, investing, business decisions, taxes, and financial planning. This helps children see money as a system instead of a mystery, which leads to better decision-making later in life. The eighth lesson is that skills create income. Rich families teach their children to develop real-world skills rather than relying only on degrees or certificates. Skills like communication, sales, leadership, problem-solving, marketing, coding, negotiation, and financial literacy directly influence earning potential. Money follows value, so increasing your skills increases your income opportunities. The ninth lesson is to invest early. Wealthy families understand the power of time in wealth building. You do not need a large amount to start investing, you need consistency and discipline. Even small investments made early can grow significantly over time due to compounding. The common mistake many people make is waiting until they earn more, but by that time, their expenses usually grow as well. The 10th lesson is that failure is part of learning. Many people are taught to avoid risk completely, but wealthy families often teach their children to take calculated risks and learn from mistakes. A failed business attempt can teach marketing, a bad investment can teach research, and a financial mistake can teach discipline. The goal is not to be careless, but to understand how to manage risk instead of fearing it completely. The final lesson is that money should buy freedom, not just things. This is one of the most important ideas wealthy families pass on. The highest purpose of money is not consumption but freedom. Freedom of time, freedom of choice, freedom to support your family, and freedom to leave situations that do not serve you. When money is only used for things, it disappears, but when it is used to create freedom, it transforms life. So what can we learn from all of this? You do not need to be born rich to think like the rich. You can start today by changing how you see money. Instead of viewing it only as something to spend, start seeing it as a tool. Learn the difference between income and wealth, focus on building skills, prioritize assets over liabilities, invest early, avoid bad debt, and start talking about money more openly. The biggest advantage wealthy kids often have is not just money, but financial education. And that is something you can learn at any stage of life. Your financial future changes the moment your financial thinking changes. Subscribe to Money Decoded for more simple lessons that help you understand money, build wealth, and take control of your future.